2,000 years ago, in ancient Korea, winter meant no fresh vegetables for months, no refrigeration, no way to make food last. So people buried it instead. They packed vegetables into earthenware pots called onggi, salted them, and buried the pots in the ground, where the earth itself kept them at a cool, steady temperature all winter long. It was less about flavor and more about survival. And the kimchi we eat today, bright red, fiery, made from Napa cabbage, has transformed a lot since then. The core idea stayed the same. Almost everything else changed. For most of its history, kimchi wasn't red and it wasn't spicy. The earliest versions were just vegetables and salt water. Simple, sour, made to last. Garlic and ginger were added around the 12th century. Chili peppers didn't reach Korea until the late 1500s, brought by trade from Americas by the way of Japan. It took another century after that before red pepper became a defining ingredient. And the Napa cabbage? That didn't exist until the 1800s, a relatively recent addition to a very old story. What started as one simple method of salting vegetables slowly became something else entirely. By 1827, there were 92 documented varieties. Today, there are more than 200. Every autumn, Korean families gather for something called kimjang, making and sharing large batches of kimchi together before the winter arrives. Neighbors help neighbors. Recipes pass from a mother-in-law to a daughter-in-law, generation after generation. In 2013, the United Nations recognized the Republic of Korea's kimjang tradition as a piece of humanity's cultural heritage, not for the taste of the dish, but for what the tradition represents, making sure no one in the community goes without through the season when nothing grows. North Korea's own kimjang tradition received its own UN recognition 2 years later in 2015. Refrigeration eventually made burying kimchi unnecessary. Koreans kept doing it anyway, so much so that they built an entirely new appliance just to keep the tradition alive. Today, more than 98% of Korean homes own one, not because they have to, but because they choose to. I'm Nilu, and this is Wonder.